Hey friends, so I wanted to jump on today because um, tomorrow, which will be today when this is posted, Trump is going to Alaska to meet with Vladimir Putin. Um, for some reason, he keeps saying that he's going to Russia. Maybe he does not know and or understand that Alaska is still a part of the United States of America. We bought Alaska from Russia many moons ago when it was the United Soviet States of Russia. Wanted to kind of come on, not just because he's meeting with Putin, but I want to tie two things together here. So the first one is Trump is meeting with Vladimir Putin to have a discussion with him about the war that his country imposed on the country of Ukraine, whose president is Vladimir Zelensky. That is his last name. That's right. So the first thing, Trump is doing this. He's doing this for I'm sure, for a multiplicity of reasons. But one reason that we know he's doing this is because he wants to seem like he has some type of command and control over this war and over Russia and Vladimir Putin. Trump don't have no leverage over Vladimir Putin. I am pretty sure it is the other way around. I am pretty sure that it is Russia who has compromised on Donald Trump. But that's neither here nor there. I mean, we are talking about a country that is known for assassinating people, pushing people out of windows, poisoning tea and soup and everything else, and food, and poisoning pens, all kinds of foolishness. So what we do know is that Trump has no leverage over Vladimir Putin. That's the first thing that we know. The second reason that I wanted to talk about this, and I think this is so important, is because when you think about it, the country of Russia sits on the continent of Eurasia. It has republics. It does not have states, doesn't have countries, anything like that. But if you drill down into it and you really think about it, Russia is known for its heavy-handed and brutal punishment and tactics and pushback against those who I don't want to, boycott is most certainly is not the word, but if you oh my God, the word just completely just went out of my head. But if you do not support the government and you push back against the government, they have very, very heavy-handed ways of dealing with you. I'm saying all this to say that Russia is an authoritarian, it's an authoritarian state. And you do not speak against the government. You do not speak against the dear leader. You do not, it's almost kind of like South Korea, right? You do not do any of these things. If you protest, that's what I'm trying to say. If you protest the government, Russia has ways of dealing with you. Second reason this is so important. What we see happening today in states, in cities, in this country is very significant to the meeting that's happening tomorrow and how we see that country handle those who protest its government. We are talking about large cities, progressive cities, run by black folks. Los Angeles, Washington, D.C. He brought up Baltimore. He brought up New York City. He brought up Chicago. Those are at just 5 cities that are run by black folks. Birmingham is another one. Hadn't mentioned that one yet, but Birmingham is in Alabama. So we hadn't heard him talk about those large cities run by black folks in southern states: Birmingham, Alabama, Atlanta, Georgia, red state, right? State that really should be blue, but it currently sits at red. We're talking about 5 cities that he is looking to target because they're test grounds. First test ground, Los Angeles. Just saw in the nightly news this evening, they are federal forces right now marching in Los Angeles again. Los Angeles, test ground. Washington, D.C., test ground. There will be another one. It might be Baltimore. Brandon Scott. I believe Scott is his last name. Mayor of Baltimore. Governor of the state, Wes Moore, black man. Alpha also, but that's neither here nor there. It's significant because what they are trying to do is they want you to become comfortable with seeing federal authorities, with seeing federal authorities who literally have no authority under normal rule, under normal operation, telling cities what they should be doing, telling cities' police departments and mayors what the federal government, what the dear leader says that they should be doing in their city. Washington, D.C., overall crime rate, down 25%. Down 25%. The national crime rate, average for crime rates in cities in the South, sky high. My beloved New Orleans, crime rate sky high. Red state, white, male governor. Now, the mayor is a black woman. It's also, when it votes correctly, it is a Democratic stronghold in the state. I literally could see where New Orleans could become a test ground because it's run by a black woman. It's got a crazy ass white male governor who's already thinks that he's Bill Hickok or whatever. So I could literally see the governor inviting federal agents to come and federalize the city of New Orleans. They ain't gonna do that in Baton Rouge. They ain't gonna do that in Shreveport, where Mike Johnson is from, or he's from that area somewhere. The point is that they are trying to get Americans to rest on their laurels and to become okay and to also become laxed and laid back with the fact that there are federal authorities marching around major cities, taking over major cities, so you have police and police states in cities run by that fool up there in Washington, D.C. that was up on top of the roof of the White House talking about he's going to put more missiles up there and Handy J dancing and all this other foolishness. Point is, connect the dots. Stay woke. Yes, stay woke. and figure out where you're going to activate. Now is probably the time to do that, especially if you are in one of those states, if you are in one of those cities that he is talking about federalizing. Shit is getting real, y'all. Have a good one.